What up? It's your boy, the Incredible Man, and yes, I am back at it again. And this is Artemis Fowl movie review. Now, going into this, I never read the books, so I went into this blank and fresh and watched the movie. And I had to get all of my information and knowledge from the movie. I never read the books, and I remember a lot of people commenting when I reacted to the official trailer that some of the stuff was definitely going to be changed from the books, and even in the trailer, it looked like some of the stuff changed from in the books. And I have no, I have nothing to weigh it against because I haven't read the books. But overall, this didn't need to be a movie. I felt like this could have been a TV show. That's just me. Disney could have put it on Disney Plus or made it just like maybe like how you do one of those things where like you drop a season here and then a season there, and put it on Disney Plus and left it like that. Maybe like 8 episodes here or 10 episodes here, and then next season 10 more episodes. It didn't need to be a movie, and maybe that's what they'll do with it after the movie. I'm assuming like the way that this ended, they're banking on a sequel. I don't know. I could be wrong, but I feel like they're banking on a sequel that I feel like isn't going to happen. I mean, they have the money to do it, but I just don't see it because to me, if I was to rate this, I would give this a 5 or 6, and I'm being generous because I enjoyed the latter half of the movie more than I did anything else, and I like the production value, and I like some of the fight scenes and everything. That's why I'm giving it a 5 or 6. Overall, yeah, this did not need to be a movie, but there were some aspects that I enjoyed. I enjoyed Josh Gad's character, Diggum Mulch. I really enjoyed him. Um, the villain, I really wasn't feeling too much. It was very generic, and you didn't really feel anything from her. Like you wasn't scared or felt like she was really doing anything dangerous. She threatened that one dude that was in jail and tried to get him on her side and have him spy for her. And she kidnapped Artemis Fowl Sr. And that's all she done throughout the whole movie. And she made these threatening calls and telling people, she'll kill them if they don't join her side. I didn't really feel anything from her, and she didn't really qualify as a villain for me. Um, Artemis Fowl Jr. was very bland at the very beginning of the movie to me, all the way maybe until like the halfway mark once he actually captured Holly, is when I actually felt like he was starting to come into his own as a character, because before that he was very dull and bland, and no discredits to the actor himself. It felt very dull and bland with him. That's just my take. I honestly, from the trailer, it looked like it was going to be way better, but actually watching the movie, it was a little bit of a disappointment. And granted, I can't compare it to anything because I haven't read the books, but this is just me watching the movie itself. And like I said, I enjoyed Josh Gad's character, and Colin Farrell. He was in the movie, and I know it's not about him; it's about his son. So he was in the movie, and they showed him glimpses and bits and pieces and everything that he done. I mean, I guess it was fine for someone as his caliber because he's a good actor, and he sold his role, and he played like the cool, mysterious father that's out here collecting stuff to save people and stealing it at the same time. But he played his role perfectly. Judi Dench, I felt like we did not have to have Judi Dench play this role. She done good for me. I mean, she was fine, but I feel like we didn't have to have her play this role. Anybody could have played this role. Like, I mean, I'm not trying to shut her down or anything, but anybody could have played this role. It didn't just have to be Judi Dench. Um, what else? The big dude, the butler, Dom. I really enjoyed his character. He kept it a little funny, kept it a little serious at times. I enjoyed his niece. They brought the aspect, especially when the troll was running around the house. It made it feel good to have more than just Artemis and Holly be in that fray. So it was nice to have that take place. Like I said, the visual effects were good. I really enjoyed the visual effects. The part where the troll was at the wedding and he's throwing people around and stuff. A lot of aspects of the movie I really enjoyed in the back half of the movie. And like I said, the visual effects were wonderful. I love the visual effects, and that's what really sold me a lot on the movie itself. But like I'm saying, it just didn't have to be a movie. Could have been a TV show. Done 8 episodes, you would have got way more in depth with the characters, and you could have fleshed out the story more because everything felt a little rushed. They tried to squeeze all of this in here, um, and everything seemed like it happened so fast paced. I don't know, man. It seemed like they tried to give you a lot of information and backstory on the characters, and the time frame just didn't really work. And the characters that we did see, we got them, and they weren't really, like I said, they really weren't good characters until the back half of the movie. But all of this is my opinion. If you feel different, comment down below and let me know how did you guys feel about the movie. But I'm just saying, like, throughout the movie, they were all very bland at the very beginning. And at the end is when they started to really flesh out the characters to me, and I started to enjoy them a little bit more. What else? What else? What else? I I I semi kind of like the fact of Josh Gad telling the story, but then like halfway through the movie, they kind of just cut that out, and they just kind of showed the actual events taking place, and we got to live it in that moment. And I know that Josh Gad's Dig a Mulch is our window into everything that's going on throughout the movie. But I felt like him starting to tell the story and then them stopping midway through the movie to let the movie actually just take place in actual events and us watching it kind of messed it up a little bit. It's like they started here, then they stopped, and then they picked it up right back at the end. And don't get me wrong, I really enjoyed Josh Gad's character telling the story, but it felt like that whole moment when all of the action and stuff was taking place, he cut that out because he wasn't there. And I understand and I get it because he wasn't there when everything was happening. So they had to bring it there to let the audience know what was taking place because he wasn't there to tell the story. But it's like they gave up halfway through on that part. That's just me. I could be wrong, but that's what I felt because at that moment we had him narrating the whole story, telling about Artemis's father and everything. And then we blank, 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 blank. All of this stuff happens, and then next thing you know, we get to the end of the movie, and we see him telling the story again after he escapes prison with Artemis and his father. So I love the concept that they were going for, but I felt like it got abolished halfway through, and then they just picked it up right back at the end. And I understand, like I said, but it just felt a little off to me. What else happened? I think that's everything that I wanted to cover. Like I said, I enjoyed the movie. The characters were boring until midway through to the movie, and then that's when I started to enjoy the characters. The production was good. I liked the action. Artemis, he didn't really, like I said, he didn't really do anything for me until the end of the movie, and I didn't like the way that it ended. I kind of wanted something more to happen. Like they ended up taking the Oculus or whatever, and it ended up saving his father. There was no repercussions. There was nothing. It is just boom, bam. Oh, this is what we were trying to rescue and save the whole movie. It happened. We saved his father, and that's how the movie ends. Like the bad person is still roaming around in the dark. Holly ends up going after some of her compatriots because they have a list of names from Artemis's father and Holly's father, and then that's just it. Like there was no big bad repercussions. Like don't get me wrong, I was a little upset when Dom was almost dead, but he didn't die. So everything there was no disappointments in this movie at all besides the actual movie at times. That's just my take on it, man. Comment down below and let me know how did you guys feel. Like I said, I rate this a 5 or 6, and I felt like this definitely could have been a TV show. So comment down below, let me know what did you guys think about the movie, and I just gotta know, especially if you read the books, because I really need the information. I haven't read the books, and all of this is my take from someone that hasn't read the books. But this is your Buddy Incredible, man. Don't forget to smash that like button until you can't smash it anymore. Comment down below, and I'll be sure to respond to each and every one of them and subscribe, but only if you really want to, man. Peace out.